So before we jump into this Clone Wars field discussion, we want to talk about some crazy news of Star Wars that's been coming out over the past day, over the past couple of hours, really. And that's the thing with Star Wars is that I feel like every week of the show, like we have the topic planned and then we're like, oh my gosh, this like dramatic news just happened. We have to talk about it. It happens every week where we have to slot it in, and like we got to talk about this today because it was over my nighttime. It came out in the middle of the night for me in Australia. We got the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga trailer drop, which looked absolutely amazing. It was looking fantastic.
Yes.
I had to watch as soon as I woke up, and it looked really good. And obviously, we've been waiting for this video game for a very long time. We've heard a lot about it over the past like 12 to 18 months, and we're finally getting a closer look into it. Michael, I'm going to throw it to you. Did you have a check out of this trailer of the Lego Star Wars trailer?
I literally, my day has just been all meetings, but I did see a lot of fun little spoilers on Twitter, and there's a framed photo of Kenobi and Cody on the wall, and that's kind of all I care about now, and that's all I've been thinking about in all of my stupid business meetings since seeing that photo is we get Cody and Obi-Wan crumbs, and I'll take those crumbs wherever we can get them.
Oh, same.
Oh yeah, it was such a cool shot. I saw that same thing on Twitter too, and it's just like it's such a beautiful moment. We need more Cody and Kenobi bromance like storylines. I want that so bad.
Absolutely.
So good. Jordan, what do you think about this trailer?
I thought it was amazing. I don't remember where I was, but I was in a place where I couldn't have the video like on loud, and I forgot my headphones here at home. So I was watching it muted, and I don't really know what I thought I was accomplishing. But when I came home and watched it again, I came home and watched it again and realized they were using my favorite music in Star Wars trailer history. And that only made me want to go from buying the game immediately to buying 20 copies of the game immediately. So
yeah, absolutely. And it's an exciting like little taste of what it's going to be. And they did say they've pushed back the date to my autumn or my fall, I should say, next year, or spring 2022 for in American time. And so another pushback. That's the only slight downfall I had. That's the only slight negative feeling I have about this game is just another pushback, which I mean, I'm still very hyped for it. It's just that kind of disappointing sigh to be like, it's not coming yet.
Do either of you have the Hot Toys Rex on order by any chance?
No.
Okay.
I feel like you do.
I do, of course. Well, yes, absolutely. But there's it's been a pattern between the Hot Toys Rex and this game that they keep getting delayed the same increments at the same time, and it's completely random and by chance, but it feels like it's all tied together because those are the things I want. I want those things more than anything in life, and it feels like a prank that they keep getting delayed so far every single time, and they match. So I'm waiting for both to come out still, and I've been waiting for like 2 years now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that funny thing is that we're in the past couple of years as Star Wars fans, we've been spoiled with Star Wars content. And then if we even just look in the next 6 months we've had, and then 6 months to come, Bad Batch just finished. We're about to get Visions. Then we got Book of Boba Fett, and then Kenobi and another Mando coming next year. Like we are spoiled for content, but it's like that almost kind of intensifies that feeling of, but I want this thing. I want this game. Like we get everything but this thing. And
do either of you find it so hard to just focus on making sure that a giant tree branch doesn't fall on you or a piano falls out of a window? Because I'm like, I cannot die before this comes out.
Right? When I first went to school, it was when the sequel movies were just coming out, and I started driving back from my hometown to my college town by myself my second year, I think. And I had so much anxiety about getting into accidents and just not being able to go see the movies in theater. So like, I get it. It's a real thing. Like I was trying so hard not to die and not get into an accident, because if I didn't watch these movies, I would have absolutely lost my mind.
I'm literally juicing and going to the gym for the first time in my life because I'm like, I just need to start doing something besides eating McDonald's every day because I feel like my body's not going to let me make it to next year.
Yeah.
We need to
Stretch,
make it.
guys.
We need to make it. Oh, that's so good. But I think it's a testament to, the keenness of a lot of fans for this game. If we think about a couple of weeks ago, we talked about our favorite Star Wars video games and, the complete Saga. What a classic game. That is such a fan favorite. So I think, there's so much momentum going into this game release. So it's all that pressure that everyone's feeling of like, it looks amazing, but we want it. So it is good. And hopefully it lives up to that hype and it lives up to all this waiting. That's the other thing. We're doing a lot of waiting. So it's like everyone is expectations is going higher and higher. But
The memes are going to be worth it. We are going to get endless meme content, prequel meme content, OT meme content. It's going to be a good time.
Did anybody else feel that at the end of that trailer when Yoda was like, he's not patient? Like, obviously, it's the line from Empire Strikes Back, right? Or he's talking about Luke not being patient. But I kind of felt like it was I felt like it was a little shade. I felt it was a little shady. I was like, y'all know y'all could have left that out. Y'all could have left that out because y'all are being shady. Y'all are telling us to be patient, and I'm not stupid.
Right.
That's incredible.
Star Wars has been doing that a lot lately. In The Mandalorian, the behind the scenes, they had that whole kind of quote from Favreau about Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basically using their content now to put the fans in line to say, like, we're not stupid. You're stupid.
Yeah, we see you. We see you and we hear you. Yeah.
I'm kind of happy that it's happening. I think they need to do that more often.
Yeah. And it's so funny because a lot of those people were like, oh, Favreau's on our side. He doesn't like Kathleen, blah, blah, blah. And then here we are with behind the scenes and a quote. And now they all look defeated.
They're going to move the goalpost again to make it work for their narrative.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I totally agree. I only watched that Mando episode 2 behind the scenes last night, and that was such an incredible 2 minutes of conversation of John just hyping up Kathleen, just being like, she's an incredible producer. She's an incredible visionary. She's done so much for the friend, just hyping her up. And it felt so good because you can just feel all that negativity slowly just slipping away. And it's just feeling it burn. It's oh, it's so good.
There was a behind the scenes picture that had come out before season 2 had even released. Or I think it was around the same time. And Kathleen was sitting behind Dave, John, and George Lucas, if you didn't know who I was talking about.
We know the George.
And everyone was like, yeah, she's in the back where she's supposed to be observing and blah, blah, blah. That's what happens when the 3 directors and creators don't like you. And it's or maybe you could just shut up. How about that?
It's
That's
true.
so
It just literally, it's wild to think that, look, this is the number one funded content organization in the world right now. They're almost a monopoly. They're so big. And people think that things are supposed to move so smoothly all the time, that there aren't miscommunications between departments. And they think that this thing is crumbling. And it's no, every day it's growing stronger. And there was kind of a big shift after the acquisition that kind of restructured the whole company. So obviously we see a few years of tumultuous back and forth, but it wasn't ever what the fans created it to be. And I think they took those crumbs and they turned them into a whole meal. And that should have never happened because it clearly was never the case. And it's cool to see that.
Definitely.
Absolutely. That's well said. That was good. I agree.
To put the Phantom Menace in line, because if there's one group out there that I hate, it's the Phantom Menace.
Yes.
I might get you guys in a little bit of trouble. Sorry for that. If you're watching this and you're upset, come to me, not to them. There you go.
That's what. Yeah. Good plan.
I mean, hey, listen. The Phantom Menace and I, if they ever found my TikTok account or my Instagram account, we would automatically not get along. So I'm just gonna put that out there if they're listening.
Okay, good. We're like-minded here.
Yeah, the Phantom Menace is my comfort movie. It's it's a warm hug, that movie. Oh,